So let's take a look at the 2024 Alpine, shall we? This one's gone down like a lead balloon. I'm going to give my opinion on the real thing, and then I'm going to do my own version, my redesign of the Alpine A5 2.4. My name's Tommo. Let's talk about it. So Alpine have taken a colour palette with so much potential. Bright blue, bright pink. Yes, I prefer the bright blue and the red like they had back in 2021, but BWT are there. They want to be pink on the car. Fine, okay, I can accept that. You've got a great colour palette. Let's do something with it. No. They've tried to be funny with it, okay? They've got the world-renowned, world-famous designer Philippe Pantone involved on this design with the road car team as well, and it just isn't hitting. Now, is this in part because we're already sick of so much carbon on so many of these cars? Is that having a, is this livery in isolation better than it's gone down? Perhaps. I would say that is part of it, but even so, when the car launched, I couldn't hide my disappointment. What the is that? No. Oh no. I don't like it. What I will say is that in the renders, this is a catfish. I swear to God, this is a catfish. These renders look fire. Shout out Sean Ball, right? The man, the GOAT. These renders, Sean, look phenomenal, mate. But oh my God, does that not translate to the real thing? It just doesn't. I know pink's really bright, but with so little, it's going to have to do so much heavy lifting. I'm really interested to see how bright this car looks on track, because I'm not expecting much. I'm expecting it to pop more than the Williams though. I'm not going to lie. Even though it's way more carbon, the colour it does have does shine. And Alpine were like, you know what, we've done this livery. Now the pink one's coming in. The pink one's coming. Okay, the pink one slapped last year. This is something to be excited about. It just looks the same. Again, as a racing car in isolation without any other context, it's still not great in my opinion, but it's okay. But in the broader context of Formula One right now, the carbon fibre centricness of the sport, this is going into clanger on my tier list, I'm afraid. More than ever, I've had people asking left, right and centre, Tommo, where is the redesign? We need the redesign. This is not good enough. Though one thing I do like, actually, the wheel covers. The different colours on the wheel covers. Not many teams get that creative with the wheel covers. So well done on that front, Alpine. Otherwise, let's see my version, shall we? My version of the 2024 Alpine Formula One car. Okay, so my renders are nowhere near the standard of Sean's. However, I like to think that these communicate what the car could potentially have looked like. And again, look, I've tried to give it a decent amount of carbon. I've not gone super crazy with the amount of colour, but I have upped it a bit. Let's start with the side profile now. With the whole kind of line slashed in coming down from the side and the BWT side pod with the extra, it's getting a lot of features from my McLaren redesign, actually, not gonna lie. But if it works, why not? Now, front is more blue, back is kind of blue with a rear wing, pink in the middle, bit of gradient is what I've decided looks nice both on the side, and there's some gradient on the top as well. Sponsor placement is pretty much the same. I've moved a little bit around. I like having the Alpine by the race number, actually. I think that looks nicer there, and then keeping it a bit more clean towards the front. Moving the Castrol directly under the Renault E-Tech buys us a bit more space. I've gone with slightly asymmetrical wheel covers inspired by the real thing too. And yeah, I think from side on, this looks pretty legible to me. Slightly more blue than pink, which is the opposite of what you get from the kind of front on angle. So I've carried the pinked out front wing with the BWT as well, which I haven't done on any of my other redesigns, but I thought for this one, go on then. We're trying to save this livery and bring it to some kind of legibility. I've kept the logos on the nose on carbon, but then I've just utilised a bit of colour on the top of the nose anyway to to make it pop a bit more, you know, and a bit of pink on the halo, nice colourful rear wing as well. It all kind of works together. I've said this before, that front shot is super important in terms of legibility and picking these cars out, right? Look at the Renault from back in the day, right? The 2020 Renault. Side profile, pretty much all carbon. Weren't complaining then, because from front on, it was yellow as anything, man. I've tried to be a bit creative with the numbers. You can see the 38 that I always use on these liveries has the kind of cutouts. I actually like the numbers on the real thing as well. And in terms of the nose being white with the Alpine and the French flag, I don't know, I felt like that as an element kind of ties into all of their disciplines, that white background with the black A and then the little French flag thing underneath. I've also carried that over to the air intake. That's got a bit of white on it as well with the French flag. And on the back of the rear wing as well, I've got the white background with the black Alpine. I've kind of carried that front, back, middle, just little shouts to Alpine Motorsport outside of the kind of pink, right? Because BWT won't sponsor this team forever. Probably. Maybe. Let me know what you think of this redesign in the comments down below. Pinned comment, like, whether you prefer the real thing or mine. That's 5 redesigns done. Got to set my alarm for 6:15 UK time in the morning for the V-Carb Racing Balls. It's Racing Balls. We're calling it Racing Balls. I hope that's nice. We've already seen some teaser shots actually with the Visa. Very Toro Rosso generation-esque, which is making me excited. Okay, it's going to be very much worth getting up for that one. My name's Tommo. Thanks again. Have a good one. Ta-da.